Hey friends, it's Quinn here with PTSD Black, vlogging every day in June, and I'm just doing an update video because I got so busy playing Uno with the kids that are visiting that I didn't make my vlog, so whoops. Anyhow, I went to my brain injury support group meeting today, and it was really helpful to be reminded that though I have lived through PTSD and a concussion and triggers, chronic pain. I think this was on the car accident. Though I've lived through this, it's worth it because I've come through a little bit on the other side of beginning to accept myself as I am now, which is different from who I was before the injuries. And what's really important that I recognized or learned tonight was that the challenges that I have faced can be of service to someone else who's newly going through trauma, who's newly going through a concussion, or is newly experiencing PTSD. And that was one of the things I got reminded of today, listening to two of the people share. It was a man and a woman sharing about their head injuries and their traumas, and then like not knowing why, suddenly we're quickly angry and upset. And while we've got family telling us, oh, you should be fine and get over it or what have you, when this is not something that we quickly and instantly can get over. And it's some of the things that I'm learning is being able to say to my my family, my husband, that, you know what, I'm triggered right now, and so I'm not in the best of moods, or I'm feeling depressed right now, so please don't try to act, get me to smile or act like I'm okay, because just for right now, I'm not okay. And I'm learning to say it's okay for me to not be okay. And growing through that, and having that piece of learning to have that kind of a communication with my family is helping me to be of service to someone who has newly had a concussion and is going through challenges and feel like, we're spiraling because, damn, I should get over this, or I should be better by now. And then it's like, oh, I can't, function, or I can't get through this. And it's okay. It's okay to not be okay. And it was good today to be able to share this with the newcomers, and especially with their family that's there to support them, to say, in a given moment that we may not know who we are or what we're feeling or what's going on for us, and that we need to know that you're okay with us not being okay, versus trying to force us to be who we were before our injuries, because that's much more hurtful than just accepting, where we are in the moment. So yeah, all this pain, all the suffering and the injury, it's worth it. It's worthwhile, to enable me to be of greatest service to others and myself, but for others, so that they don't have to go through all the confusion and the blame and the shame and the fear that I've gone through. They're going to need to go through their own versions of it. Absolutely. I can't save anyone from having their own experiences, but I can save them from some of the walls that I ran up against, and the constant hurt of, why can't I get it together today, instead of, I'm doing what I can today. And if all I could do today was sit up and stare out the window, okay, that's what I could do today. But then, maybe I'll be more productive tomorrow. Or if I could only do half the things that I used to be able to do, that's still a success versus nothing at all. And if can only do nothing at all and that I can just open my eyes and blink my eyes, then that's good enough too. Versus pass or fail, yay, boo, good or bad, that we just are. And to be okay with what we are and where we are. So, yeah, that was the insight that I had. And today, afterwards, we played Uno here at the house with our little cousin who's visiting. And, you know, for the first couple of games, I was winning and I was able to be present. And then it's like, as time was going by and as my brain had used up most of its spoons today and my medicine was kicking in, I couldn't tell the difference between a 6 or a 9. And so I was like, I had to say, hey, can you shout out what your number is so that I can be able to follow along? And that's okay too, to say, I don't know the difference between these two numbers.